Okay, folks, we got another bright sunny morning here, ready for another. What do I call this one? I usually want to say catch up with Mayo, but I got to remember that this time I'm calling it Morning Cup of Joe. So let's attempt a sip of peppermint tea, but oh, it's pretty hot. That's hot. It's got to cool off a little bit anyway. I don't like saying cool off really because you're not really trying to cool off your tea. You're trying to get it less scalding. So let's make it less scalding. Good morning, Robbie. Revolution Ricky, hello, what's the good word? And I'm just settling in there a little bit. Maybe I'll bring this down a little bit. I got a mess here, folks. I got a mess over here. I don't want to show the mess. So that's why I keep this up a little bit. And, I just shaved this morning, and I also shaved trimmed my beard, but it looks like I'm not wearing a beard almost, doesn't it? I mean, I trim it so close that it doesn't even look like I've even got a little goatee thing going. So, anyway, it is what it is. Um, let's see. I got here kind of late today, but still, I should be able to talk for a while. I think I'll be able to go a little longer here. Oh, I forgot. There's something I had to do that I forgot, but all right, I'll remember later. Not a problem. Uh, and yeah, I'm just here to see who's around and what's on your mind this morning, afternoon, or evening. Revolution Ricky, I'm not sure what that is. Can you explain what that is? You said you're in the hospital. You were hospitalized. What you thought was a bad case of gout, and it turned out that you had osteomyelitis in my pinky toe. What is that, if I may ask? It's like arthritis, right? Or am I wrong about that? Have I ever went without a beard? Oh yeah, it was like a long month of my life. I had a mustache when I was 18. I grew a mustache, and let's just say that was 1980. Let's say between 1980 and between now, I've been clean shaven maybe twice or something for a little bit. I don't like it, but I look, it's weird because I look like, to me, I look like I don't even see that I have a beard. Can you tell? I don't even, like a goatee, you know. Good morning, James. Uh, you can see it, just barely, right? Well, the thing is, when I don't trim it, it's all bushy and gray. When I trim it, it gets you can't really see it as being so gray. But I do like to have something there. Okay, here is the report from Ricky. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm very Ricky. That's unpleasant to hear. Sorry. I just hope you do better. And with something like that, is there any danger of that spreading somewhere else? You know, to another part of the foot or something? Hello, Henry. What's up? Like a 5 o'clock shadow. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Got a little bit of hair there that's got to be moved over under the hat. Yes, Godzilla is very scary, terrifying, frightening. And I did a 16-minute review, And in my review, I totally forgot to mention that he's fierce and unrelenting and scary in the movie. You think you do a review and you think you're mentioning everything you mean to mention, and then you forget something all the time. Unless you sit there, you write a really, really detailed bunch of notes, and then copy your notes, or read your notes verbatim. You know that sometimes you always wind up missing things. Let's put it that way. Not even sometimes. It seems to happen always. So, oh yes, yes, yes. Oh, I gotta put the link up in case anybody's wants to come up. I forget about that. I always forget that. So here it is. Give me a little second. I'll say it. I said it before, and I'll say it again. With this mouse, it's always the first time I'm trying to copy paste that always has some kind of a delay. It's always a problem getting the copy and paste. I don't know why that is. It's only the first time. There we go. First time now achieved. I'm not highlighting any Revolution Ricky's comment, but I am reading it about what he had to go through. It's not very pleasant in the hospital with the incision and everything. Good morning. We got two James. We got James Farley here, and we got James D. So, hello. Good morning. Okay. Good luck to you, Ricky. That's all I can say. We got back bacon and beer. Good morning. I'm still on the high from seeing Godzilla. I'm going to put my banner up, I think, here. My movie banner below. Mayo's Offbeat Movies. I've got a new review up finally. The new Godzilla -1 movie, which I rave about. It's been a great movie. I'll put it up for a little longer. Okay. Oh, happy morning from snowy, cold Norway. Oh my, you can have it. Keep it. Don't bring it here. But good morning to you. So far it's not so bad. It's not too cold. So far I'm still getting away sometimes with a sweat jacket, sweatshirt jacket with a zipper. But it's not gonna. Pretty soon it's gonna get unbearably cold. It's gonna happen. Did I say hello to Lengo? I'm sorry if I forgot. Lengo McHarrison. Hello. Okay. Well, this is a good. Excuse me. Ending to this. Ricky says he may be going home today. Good for you. There's a chance that the etc. osteomyelitis might could have spread, but the good news is that it hasn't. Well, that's a silver lining there. Favorite breakfast cereal? I don't know if I have one. I don't have cereal anymore. But when I was eating cereal, I always like Lucky Charms. I always liked. I like Raisin Bran, Lucky Charms. Those are my two favorites. Maybe Fruit Loops. But those are all sugar and crap, so I try not to eat it now. Hello, North Carolina vinyl picker. Good morning to you, and yes, rest in peace to Denny Lane. Yes, indeed. We look Denny Lane of Wings, known for Wings here on this channel, passed away yesterday, the age of 79. Um, Today's the anniversary of the Rolling Stones concert at Altamont with the Hells Angels. Yeah, yes, and that's a great documentary. Give me shelter. Yeah, very good. Favorite Kiss album? I don't think I have such a thing yet. I don't know. Based on what I know about Kiss and what I've heard, it might be Destroyer, might be my favorite. But I have a compilation of Kiss that I play, CD compilation. Yeah, rain again on Sunday, and guess what? It's gonna rain on Sunday, the day that I gotta take that hour plus drive to that classroom. I gotta do that again this Sunday, and it's gonna rain. Ugh. Yes, I know that Denny Lane was in the Moody Blues. It's just that this is primarily a Beatles channel, so that's why it never ends. And I in my tribute I mentioned that he was in the Moody Blues also, and then somebody else said, "What was the other thing he was in?" Somebody was, "Oh, you forgot to mention that he was in whatever." I do the best I can. You know what I mean? To me, I don't really care, other than the fact that he was in Wings and he had Go Now in the Moody Blues. That's all I care about with Denny. Rest in peace. Yeah, this is funny. This is funny. I gotta say, Henry says, "I love Captain Crunch," and then Elementary Penguin reminds him, "Henry, it's Cap'n Crunch." Right, exactly. Uh, oh, hey there, Jefferson. How you doing there? Henry Jefferson there, huh? Why do you come over and not George Jefferson, huh? Um, Good morning, Eddie. Sorry, a little belch there. I s- this tea, whatever kind of tea I drink, caffeinated, non-caffeinated, peppermint, non-peppermint, no matter what I do, it always gives me a little of that slight agita, and I'm not sure I understand it, but it does. Denny Lane, I mean, I met him at the Fest for Beatles fans a couple of times. I don't know that he wasn't necessarily doing it regularly. He was not scheduled to be on the 2024 list of guests. Hi, Jimmy. No, no. I mean, I don't really. I'm not interested in T Rex or Slade. I mean, of course, there are some T Rex songs that I like. Excuse me. There are some T Rex songs I like. Yes, I do like. I love the song "With a Little Luck" by Wings, and that's partly because we're talking about. I grew up with it. I was a teenager when the song came out, 16 to be exact, and I remember it fondly. And it's funny because yesterday I did play London Town. I played the whole CD, the whole album, and "With a Little Luck," of course, is on that album. And of course, on the regular album of London Town, they don't play the short version; they play the long version. Or it is the long version, I should say. The long version is on the album. Cherry Carter, hello. 2 month holiday coming to an end. Best time ever. Okay. Had a great time. That's it. Let me ask you this: have you seen, or do you intend to see, the new Godzilla film? Is that? I know you like, horror, science fiction stuff and whatnot. Are you interested in Godzilla? If you are, if you like Godzilla, this is the best Godzilla film ever made. So I definitely think it's worth seeing. Tomorrow, December the 7th, will be the Wings Wildlife anniversary. Yeah, well, timing is strange with the Denny Lane passing, that's for sure. All right, let's have a little bit. Okay. Lingo McHarrison is going to see Godzilla. I hope you enjoy it. And you be sure to come back and let me know what you thought of it, even if you don't like it. Meanwhile, I just want to promote again. Please go over to my movie channel and subscribe because I got offbeat movies over there. Not everything I review is necessarily offbeat. 90%, 98 to 99% of it's going to be offbeat movies. Horror, science fiction, fantasy, giant monsters, weird movies, cult movies, fun movies, unusual movies. But not only that, there'll be room for other stuff too. And yeah, I just reviewed the new Godzilla minus zero over there. Okay. Henry tells us that Rotten Tomatoes score on the Godzilla minus one movie is 97% for critics and 98% for audience. That's like, right? That's unusually high. That's unheard of high ratings. Yeah, it is really great. Yeah, I'm still not sure if I'm going to go to Chicago or not in the summer coming. I may go to Chicago, I may not. I haven't decided yet to see the fest there. So, okay. Yeah, I guess you could say the Band on the Run thing is considerably affordable and showing a little restraint. Hello, Mystery Train Radio. Doing good, thank you. Hello, Stephen McVeigh. Morning, Stephen. How about Mayo's Blue Movie Channel? That may increase your numbers. My numbers are doing good already. But thank you. I appreciate that. I don't need Mayo's Blue Meanie. Oh, Blue Movie Channel. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind. I thought you were talking about this channel. You're talking about the movie channel, not Mayo's Blue Movie Channel. No, no, that's okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I did. I do. Well, one of the reasons why the numbers for the movie channel just don't increase is because I haven't been faithfully keeping up with it. Back in October for Halloween month, I put a lot of new movie reviews up there. I was putting new movie reviews up on a daily basis, sometimes every other day. And then November came, and everything was the Beatles Now and Then, and the Beatles Red and Blue album re-release. So I completely forgot about the movie channel and just went to Beatles. Now I'm trying to get back in somewhat into the movie channel. So favorite Toho Godzilla movie besides the first one, I love Godzilla versus Mothra. The first, like you always say, the first one because they remade that too. The 1960s Godzilla versus Mothra, and King Kong versus Godzilla. Those are my favorite Godzilla movies. Godzilla versus Mothra, King Kong versus Godzilla are my favorite Godzilla movies. Later on, I actually liked the one called Invasion of Astro Monster, which is known in the U.S. as Monster Zero, from '66. Yeah, it's very hard to find bad reviews. If you go on the Internet Movie Database, there's a couple of people that are different that don't like it. I really don't know for 100% sure. I think it's a little bit of both personally, but I would like to know about that. I personally think it's 90% CGI, but it looks great. I gotta say, it looks great. And even though I don't like CGI, and even though I don't like newer movies, and I don't like mind-numbing, non-stop effects action movies all the time with no story, the reason I give them a break here is because it's Japan. The Japanese know how to do it. They can use state-of-the-art CGI effects. They can use make it an action movie without totally oversaturating it in action and effects, and also having a heartwarming human story. So that's what I like about it. Yeah, it's a small budget for today, absolutely. Yes, I love the Japanese films. Well, the reason I like it being Japanese is because that's the origin of the Godzilla movies. Japan created Godzilla 70 years ago, coming up on 70 years ago. Um, I always loved Godzilla versus the Bionic Monster, aka Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. Yeah, see, those are the fun ones in the '70s when Godzilla became like a superhero, a friend of humanity, and he would fight the bad monsters. And I really liked when they did that. And I think they have to kind of do that again at some point. You know, then you go Godzilla with Ghidorah and the Silly versus the Crab Monster. Yeah, Godzilla versus the Sea Monster. I know that there's different titles in the U.S. versus the Japanese. But yeah, that's another one from '66. Actually, I think the one I mentioned earlier, Godzilla versus Monster Zero, aka Invasion of Astro Monster. I think that's 1965. But anyway, they're the same period, 65, 66. Yep, Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. Now we're getting into 1970s territory. Actually, it's funny because I'm going to say it. Let me explain this to you, how I feel about it. I love the new movie where Godzilla is pure evil, pure monster, pure hate, anger. However, that can't sustain a series very long. After a while, it's the same old thing. Godzilla arrives, destroys a city, stomps everybody, and then they got to get the tanks and shoot at him and try to kill him, and that's it. It's amazing for 70 years that they could make movies with Godzilla with that limited a premise. However, the reason that it lasted so long was because they made Godzilla a good guy. And once he's a good guy, he can actually take on the bad guys. So if you make Godzilla turn him into a good guy or a savior of mankind, that opens the door for endless movies where basically you have to keep creating new monsters. And I hate to say it, but I don't think a lot of the public's gonna likes that kind of thing really now. But if you're going to keep the series going, the only way to write new stories or do new ideas is to have new monsters. It's the only thing you can do. Otherwise, it's just Godzilla comes out of the water again, crushes Tokyo, gets killed, and nothing else. Okay. Yeah, Mothra has always been a favorite of mine too. Yes, absolutely. By the way, I wasn't trying to I mean, I just don't understand why you're thinking of this. People running around and collapsing on stage. I mean, yeah, yeah, I guess that could happen, Eddie, right? We hope not, but I don't want to think about that. Hey, everybody. So, what is on your mind this morning, afternoon, or evening? Hmm? This is true. Yeah, that happens sometimes. That happens sometimes. You gotta wait for Godzilla to come on. Hello. Thoughts on the Ruddles? I think the Ruddles is a very funny, entertaining parody on the Beatles. I enjoy it. And I like the music. I think the music in the Ruddles is really fantastic. Sounds right on, spot on to like the Beatles. I mean, um, wow, I'm forgetting his name now. Neil Innes does a fantastic job singing. like singing like John. So there you go. All right. I did put an invite link up just in case anybody wants to come up. I don't know. Sometimes people do, sometimes they don't. Yeah, the Ruddles song "Ouch" is a great one for sure. My girlfriend's in there, still blowing her nose, still sniffling up loose mucus. How I haven't caught her cold or whatever she's got is beyond me. But I've been taking a lot of vitamin C for over before COVID started. I've been taking vitamin C on a daily basis before there was even a COVID came along. And I've been eating better and stuff. I mean, I just hope that has something to do with it. But sometimes I feel like I'm getting a little bit of a cold too. Okay, you don't like the Ruddles, Woodland Goblin. Don't like what they do. I'm kind of like a little mixed up. What do you mean that they make fun of the Beatles? Beetle Babe has got COVID. She's had COVID and she's been laying low right now, as I understand it. I think she did a new video though. I mean, a new video where she did a couple of videos explaining her illness, and then I think she did another video, just a regular video. Not only is the new Godzilla film good enough to be in my top three, I would call. Well, let me put it this way. I think the new Godzilla film is the best Godzilla film of all. I think the new Godzilla film is better than the original 1954 Gojira, Godzilla, the first one. Absolutely, believe it or not. But as far as my favorites go, see, favorites is a different thing, than best. It's one of my favorites. It's easily going to become one of my favorites. I know that it already is. But I call it the best Godzilla film of all time, surpassing the original. And I know that's supposed to be sacrilege, but to say things like that, but it's true. It's how I feel. I mean, it's how I feel. Look at what's wrong with you, Woodland? We have no need for the Ruddles. We have the Beatles. Don't you understand what a spoof is? A comedy film, a parody? Don't you understand? Yeah, maybe you don't like it. Maybe you think it wasn't very well done, or it's insulting to the Beatles or whatever. But get up and go, get up and go, get up and go back home. Great song. Yeah, this I've never been that big on this Spinal Tap, to be honest with you. It's okay, but they're gonna make a sequel now all these years later, and that remains to be seen. So anyway, cheers. Sorry, you can hear me scratching my beard. It's got a little lull here, folks. Okay. Mm. Sometimes I have stuff to say, sometimes not. We hit a lull. Well, maybe I'll just show you this, just to have something to do. I just pulled this out because Denny Lane passed. Here's a autograph that I got from the members of Wings. You can't really see this very good. I really wish he hadn't signed it here. Lawrence Juber. I mean, why? Lawrence, he signed it in black pen. He signed it right over his. See that? 2017. To Joe Lawrence Juber, 2017. There's Denny Lane. and Steve Holly. Steve Holly's a nice signature. There we go. I'm just showing you that because it kind of fits the situation right now. We lost Eddie, so I took that off. No, it wasn't on the wall. It was off the wall. I don't have that on the wall. Good morning, and Matthew Smith is back from England. So I hope you do a video about it. I don't know if you do videos anymore, but maybe you want to discuss it in the video, how it was. I'm assuming you had a good time, right? You get to cross Abbey Road. Get up and go back home. Folks, there's only so much I could do right now. You gotta help me out here. Don't have anything to talk about. I'm gonna go for my walk in about 2 hours from now. I'll be doing my walk, and we'll see where I go from there. Have a little breakfast. It'll be light, and that's where I'm at. Okay, Matthew Smith did have a good time, and he crossed Abbey Road. Fantastic. Was there a lot of traffic there? They say there are a lot of cars. You take your life in your hands sometimes trying to cross. Good question, but I don't really know. Terrifier 3. I don't think Terrifier 3 2024 maybe? I think. Norman Lear has died. Hey, Mazzy, if you want to come up, I don't know if you can. I realize it's early over there, but if you want to come up, this would be a good time. I'm glad you're here. I just want to apologize. The other morning when you were up here, we had a troll situation, you know. So it was just bad timing. That's all. But so Norman Lear has passed, huh? 101. God bless him. That's pretty good. The creator of All in the Family. Okay, Matthew Smith says it was crowded when he crossed the Abbey Road. Ah, Mazzy's at the airport. Okay, understood. And Terrifier 3 coming out a whole year away, almost a year. Speaking of sacrilege, it's going to be very difficult to listen to Band on the Run with Helen Wheels stuck in the middle of it. I beg to differ. As an American who grew up with the U.S. album and always enjoyed Helen Wheels right where it is, it would be sacrilege, in my opinion, to take it off and to do that lame British version. That's what is it, 9 tracks or something, 10 tracks, whatever it is. It's light. It's a light album without Helen Wheels on it, and it would sound naked without Helen Wheels. So I'm glad it's the way it should be. I know it depends where what album you grew up on, stuff like that. I do not have eggs every day. I don't know what you're talking about, but I do not have eggs every day. No. Hi, Wes. I remember Denny Lane last night by watching the Back to the Egg videos again and again and again video. Yeah, is a great. It is a great video. Yeah, that's a good song too by Denny. I listened to London Town. I thought I was going to listen to on the ride to the place I go to. I thought that I listened to London Town on the ride, and I thought I was going to listen to Wings at the Speed of Sound on the way home. But I decided just put the radio on. I don't know. Maybe I had enough. Had enough. Dun, 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 dun. I can't. Talk about it, an overlooked song. I've Had Enough is a great little rocker from Paul. It's on the London Town album, and it really is overlooked, I think. I mean, granted, it's a simple rocker. It's just something the type of thing Paul can dash off in his sleep if he wants. But I really like it. I've had enough. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, I really do love the song "Medicine Jar." It's a Jimmy McCulloch song. Uh, I still get them mixed up. Which one is McCulloch with a C and which one's McCulloch with a G? But I got to get that right. A medicine jar, very good. But the guy wound up dying too young at a young age because he couldn't keep his hand out of the medicine jar. So just like who's that one? Boy, it's so hard to remember this. Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse, who said, they told me to go to rehab. I say, no, 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 I'm not going. They want me to go to rehab. No, no, no. All right, you don't want to go to rehab? You died. I mean, I don't feel good when people die like that, but you got to take care of yourself. You got to not do drugs. Not got to drink yourself to death. Whatever, or eat yourself to death. In some cases, people with 600 pounds and stuff. You know, I thought that I have a very big heart, but I have a hard time when people, I don't know, do drugs. I don't, I'll never understand drugs ever. And this could lead us into a rabbit hole discussion on drugs. Yeah, too many talents lost to drugs. What is Old Siam about? Old Siam, sir. It's about a lady who lost her way. No, I don't know. I don't know. The lyrics are there, but I mean, I just love it. That's one of those songs where I love the sound of it, the groove of it, the rock of it, so much that I don't really care about the words. But yeah, well, this has happened with a lot of things. I gotta say, 2023 has been a year when it comes to old stuff that's rejuvenated. It's good. I love the new Rolling Stones album. I love the new Godzilla film. I love the new Saw movie, Saw 10. I love the new Thanksgiving slasher film. So there's a lot of old stuff that's been done like with a new flavor or whatever, and it's pretty good. Good morning, Pops O'Reilly. Good morning, Psychos Platters. This time I got a little bit of a later start, so this time my beverage is still kind of warm or hot. There you go. Enjoy that swallowing sound of the tea. All right, cheers. So anyway, bam 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 boom bam 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 boom 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 boom. Psh, dun, dun, dun. This is the beginning of Old Siam, sir. I'll try that one more time. Boom 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 boom. Psh, dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. It's so freaking great. Sounds like old worldly. I don't know who you're talking about. Are you talking about the YouTuber that got new teeth? There's a guy that was fat and he lost some weight and he got a new set of teeth. Is that the guy you're talking about? Do I have a favorite? You have the Beatles Christmas 7-inch box. Yes, I do. What Christmas song do I like from the solo Beatles? I like both Happy Christmas by John and Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul. I like them both. Oh, no, I don't. I think I saw Revenge of the Nerds back in the day. But no, no, no. I don't. I know you got tattoos. I could see in your photo, and I do not want to put anybody's favorite thing down, but I don't understand tattoos. I will never understand tattoos, and I do not have a tattoo. I would never do that to myself. But other people, I know they love tattoos. It's just not my thing. Yes, me too. Linda in the old Siam Sir video is fantastic. She's really getting into it. That's my favorite clip of Linda. She is really getting into it and having fun. So there you go. I don't play the Beatles Christmas messages anymore. When I was younger, when I was a teenager and in my 20s, every year I'd have to play all the Beatles Christmas messages. Now I really don't. Um, you know, um, I don't know why. I'll get back into it again at some point, but just not my thing right now. It's weird how much so we have so much stuff. I have a lot of Christmas music. I just haven't been in the Christmas mood the last few years, but eventually I'll get back into it. Okay, an idea is McCartney puts together a record store day LP containing only Denny Lane sung songs, proceeds for the family. Record store day guaranteed more quick sales. That's a good idea. Um, that would be nice. Do they have enough songs to make? Oh, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be an album, right? Yeah, I like the song Ding Dong" by George Harrison, but he doesn't really. There's not much to it, but I do like it. What must happen most mornings for you to consider it a good morning? Well, the first thing is to open my eyes. Any day you're alive should be a good day. You got to look at it that way. We're lucky to be here. Any day that just the fact that I really think like that. Oh, I made it another day. I'm alive another day. Thank you, Lord. Please. I'm superstitious, so I got to watch talking about it. And the sun, I like the sun when the sun is out. Basically, I just need to wake up, be alive, and the sun be out for it to be a good morning. Then it has to do with how I feel. Some days, you all must know how it is. Some days you feel better than others. Like today, I'm feeling a little groggy still. I feel like I mean, I've been up for like a couple hours or whatnot, but I still feel like my eyes still feel like they're kind of like that, like sleepy. I don't know, but the more sugar I leave behind, the better that'll get. I believe that. No sugar in that. No, I don't believe the Beatles had anything to do with the writing of the Ruddle songs. I don't think. Okay, Psycho's Platters picked up the album Holidays at a flea market for 75 cents. Yeah, give it a listen. I don't have it. I don't think I have it. I remember when I went to a record store once and it was there and I did not buy it. Yeah, it's funny because I just listened to Memory Almost Full as well. I listened to Memory Almost Full as well recently, the whole thing, and yeah, that song "That Was Me" is good. That was me. Yeah, Rob Reiner, the meathead himself, directed Spinal Tap. That's right. And not only that, Rob Reiner's still a meathead. You meathead. No. But I met Rob Reiner. I met Rob Reiner in person. He was a really nice guy to me. I met him twice actually. Yes, Rob Reiner directed Misery. Misery, directed by the Meathead. Yep, good movie. Good movie. Also, Stand By Me, he directed, right? What's going on, folks? What's going on? What's on your so-called minds? I'll drink to that. All right. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. That was me. Now you got the song stuck in my head. Okay, on TV. That was me. Do you have a ritual you do every time you enter a record store, or you always go with an item in mind, buy it, and get out? Most of the time when I go in, um, I go into just whatever I see. I just browse. I have no intention of buying anything, and then if I see something I like, and then other times, sure, other times there might be a new release of something, then I go in specifically to get something, you know. Yes, I have the movie Black Christmas. Honestly, I didn't see it. I didn't see it early enough. I caught it later in my life, and I saw it after all the. It's kind of silly some of it now when he's making noise. These guys are gonna phone. It's kind of ridiculous. It's okay. Yes, Robert P. This is still live. Good morning to you. Good morning. I haven't bought a McCartney album since Memory Almost Full. What's the best of the newer ones since then to get into? Some people in the comments could give their opinion. Me personally, I think his best album since then is called simply New. The album called New, I think, is really good, and that's the one I would recommend. Eight, nine. Electric Arguments is also good. Electric Arguments, you know. I was listening to While My Guitar Gently Weeps last night, and I just noticed that Giles panned some drum fills in the 2018 mix. Sounds great. Yeah, but whatever. Well, I don't really like the sound of the 2018 While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Yeah, I saw the Scream movies. I'm not crazy about them. Well, I didn't see all of them. I saw Scream, at least Scream 1 and 2. I don't know if I saw any more. Yeah, there's another vote for the album New. Henry says people love Egypt Station. I don't, but I like some of it. Oh, thank you, Robert P. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, there you go. Well, you're a health guy, right, Mick64? Yep, we covered this already, but thank you for telling us again. Norman Lear dies at 101 years old. Yes. Matthew Smith says McCartney 3, Electric Arguments, and New. I like McCartney 3 also, but I don't know if it's something for me personally that I would recommend to somebody who hasn't heard Paul any new way, because it takes you have to be willing to accept Paul's older voice now, the voice that he had, limited voice, because it's on a bunch of tracks. You know, I mean, and I think he writes songs now and plays songs to accommodate and account for his voice now. So I'm perfectly okay with it. I enjoy it. Okay, Robert P. I may send you a message either through uh, email or Facebook or something. Yes, I bought those albums, and so far I've shelved them. I'm just not interested in the orchestral albums, and I buy them to complete the collection the run of albums, but I don't really play them. Sorry, it's not my thing. Oh, the sunlight's coming through. There it is, the sun. Here comes the sun. That's what I like. What is the worst solo Beatles record that you once hated and now you love? That's a good question. Is there such a thing? I don't think there's any solo Beatle album that I hated and now love. There's albums that I used to hate, like Driving Rain, that I now enjoy some of the songs off it. Don't hate it as much, if at all. Exactly, Elementary Penguin. No, I do not, Cherry Carter. I do not. Nick64 says, I'm down about 30 pounds, around 10 pounds from what I was in this picture. I really can't see you in I didn't even know you were in that picture. Yeah, it's kind of small. Now I see you next to the vehicle. Sorry. Well, look, as I say, I used to do that years ago, many years ago. I got the pictures to prove it. All you got to do is look at my banner on my channel, and you'll see me when I was thinner. So I know, and that was when I was eating very carefully. Uh, I wasn't having any carbs or sugar of any kind, except for fruit, you know. But so I'm trying to eat like that again, but not as seriously as I did then. And plus, I'm older. When you get older, your metabolism definitely slows down. There's no two ways about that. Oh, that's you and your UPS truck. Yeah, I like cold cereal. Sure, why not? I don't eat cereal really that much. Did my message get blocked? I don't know if your message got blocked. I don't recall anything. Again, if it, so I have certain words on a filter. So if you hit any of those words, if you wrote any of those words that, oh, okay, here it goes. I was saying Anthology 1 is all love songs and it sucks, laugh out loud. Well, I disagree with you. I don't think it's all love songs. That's just not true. This question was up before. No, I don't think the Beatles had anything to do with the Ruddle songs. No, I don't know really anything about this documentary. I just know I saw a trailer for it. That's about it. It was a trailer, and we'll see how it is. Because it's John Lennon. I am interested in all those documentaries, especially if there can be interview we haven't seen or footage we haven't seen. You know, I don't agree with that at all. It's not a matter of right or wrong. It's a matter of opinion. I think Volume Two is the best, in my opinion, of the three anthologies. I've even heard people. I've even heard people say that they like three the best, which I don't. And Nick Tronick insists that every song on Anthology 1 is love songs. It's not true at all. And even if it was true, it wouldn't matter at all. Would it really? I'm not sure I even know what this question means, honestly. I don't even know what that means. Avatars, I don't understand. I don't understand. Listen to Hard Day's Night, a love song too. When I get home to you, I find the things that you do make me feel all right. I mean, does it really matter anyway? Does it really matter? And why is that a bad thing? Are you consumed with hatred? I mean, I'm not sure why. Uh, some people want to fill the world with silly love songs, and what's wrong with that? There you go. We were on the same page. Yeah, I've heard that somebody thought that Get Up and Go sounded too much like Get Back. Whatever. It does, but still they got away with it, you know. I get this question every once in a while. I'm not the Christmas messages. I like the first one. I like the first one, 63. I like the 64 one. And I actually like 68 and 69. I like 63, the first two and the last two. The ones in the middle, like 65, 66, 66. The ones I dislike the most are 66 and 67. Trying too much to be like creative and trying to make something out of it that just doesn't work to me. Sure. When I was eating that shit, yeah, sure, but not anymore. Oh, I see. Okay, whatever. Yeah, well, I always wonder about. I don't know about 67. I wish they'd put it out now. But the thing is, the long version, the version that's like 7 or 8 minutes, something like that. The long version is kind of repetitious. I mean, it's fun, definitely a lot of fun. But the long version of Christmas Time is Here Again is really kind of goes on and on, it just repeats itself. But it's fun. I have one of the flexi discs. Yes, I have one, the original ones. I think it might be the first message actually. I think it's the first. Sorry, folks. Sorry, folks. Just checking my comments on my movie channel. So, what's going on, folks? Come on, we got some time left if you want. It'd be nice if we can get a guest on here. If not, I'll just do it by myself. Not a problem. I usually do them by myself anyway. Let's see. I do not have any Beatles 78s. No, I believe India. They have them in India. Beatles 78 records. I think that's where they were issued. Yes, we lost Denny Lane yesterday. Unfortunately, he died at the age of 79. Yep. That's a nice cheery color for your T-shirt today. I know. Usually I wear, black. Listen, Lynette, I'm just wondering about your photo here, your avatar, if that's you. Is that you in the photo? Because I think I've seen a picture of that on Facebook. I was scrolling or something, and it's an advertisement or something, holding something. I, I'm just thinking of that this morning. I don't know. Yeah, I have 78s, but I thought David Fishman was talking specifically about uh, Beatles 78s. So yeah, back to my shirt thing. Yeah, I mean, mostly what I wear is black. Let's face it. But occasionally I wear other colors as well for a change. That that's me. If you saw an ad, someone stole my pic. Well, maybe it wasn't an ad. I don't know what it was exactly, but what were you holding in the picture? You were, you saw your fingers and everything, and you were holding something, and I can't remember what the heck it was. Um, I I did not see Godzilla in IMAX. I saw it twice, and I did not see it in IMAX. But I think IMAX would really benefit this movie. Yeah, I do. I don't know exactly how much those Beatles 78 sell for, Matthew, but I know it's got to be pricey because they're kind of rare. If you were to listen to a Beatles record after you finish this morning's show, which one would you feel most attracted to listen to today? Since you listen to them so many times. If I was going to listen to one today, oh boy. I don't know. Maybe I listen to the 1999 Yellow Submarine song track, maybe. No, not this picture. I'm talking about. Maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was person looked like you. I wish I could find. There's no way it's going to come up by chance. Maybe it wasn't you. I don't know, but the person's. I thought the person's face looked a lot like yours, but I don't really know if it's going to come up. What are the chances of that happening? Give me a second here. I don't know. Does anybody know how you do that? Where like on Facebook, which I don't go on that often, but if you looked at something, then you go away, it disappears. You can never find it again. But is there a way to? I don't know. Maybe you're holding the phone in the picture I'm thinking of. I don't know. Anyway, I don't mean to go off on a tangent there. But yeah, 3D. I like 3D, older 3D movies. Pretty much is what I. It's always been a fad. 3D has always been a fad. Oh, this is the anniversary of the American Rubber Soul release. Okay. No, the picture that I was talking about definitely was not Cheryl Crow. But you're right. You're right in what you say. You do look somewhat like Cheryl Crow. Old 3D was terrible in my opinion. Once again, I got to hit you. One of these, you're too young. What do you know about 3D? Did you ever see Creature from the Black Lagoon in 3D in the theater? Did you ever see Vincent Price House of Wax in 3D in the theater? The 50s movies? Don't tell me it looked terrible, okay? Robot Monster. I just watched Robot Monster in 3D. Absolutely. Do I think the Capitol albums will be reissued on vinyl? A lot of people are saying they want that. They want a box set or something of all the Capitol albums. If the box set of Capitol albums ever came out, I probably would think about getting it. But in a way, if I had my vote, I would rather it never come out because I like the originals. I like people to go and seek out the originals. It's always more fun, in my opinion, to have a vintage kind of collectible, rather than something like just new and polished up that's not really original. Yes, I know the names of those. The Three Stooges did two shorts. One of them is called Spooks, and the other one is called Pardon My Backfire. So, yes, indeed. What's my favorite Universal monster movie? Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. Yeah, that's a childhood favorite. Hello, Elliot. Says greetings from the UK. Greetings. I think when Giles has remixed all the Beatles albums, there will be a new stereo box. That's what I think. I don't think we will see an all analog set. Okay. Nowhere near Syracuse. My aunt gave me most of the originals from the 60s. They sound great. 76 people, only 18 likes. Okay. I don't have the energy this morning. Come on, everybody. Let's get some more likes if you want. If you want to help out with the algorithm, go ahead. If you don't want to help out, don't thumbs up. If you want to help out, thumbs up. If you don't want to, don't. If you also want to hit the tip jar, I'd appreciate it. That's on the bottom of the screen there. For all you do, if you want to show your appreciation that you like the videos, you like me doing this every day, you like the shows, I do. That would be very helpful right now because it's the way it is right now. I'm not a working man anymore. This is kind of like me working in a way. I do it for pleasure, as I say. If it ended tomorrow, I would still do it just for the fun of it. That's why I started it, and that's always the main thing. Yep. I wonder if it's complete. If you to get all the complete sets of these things, it's a lot more. There are a lot more movies than you think. No, I did not get everything in the same place. No, no, no. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you for your consideration. I appreciate it. You're a big channel now, Joe. Who's your longest sub? Wow. Is it Woodland Goblin? I don't know. Well, some people let me know. Is there anybody watching? Has anybody been here since 2012? Because I started in 2012. Has anybody watched since 2012? I guess that's the best way. I mean, some people don't always know, uh, the year necessarily. They don't follow years. Yes, the set that you're talking about, David, has 30 films. That's a lot, but I think there's more than 30 films in the Universal canon. I think. Okay. I watch the Three Stooges every Saturday night on Me TV. I wish there was a way they could air those two shorts in 3D. Yeah. But even if they aired yeah, right. Well, they'd have to definitely put them on in 3D. Okay, Matthew Smith says that's about the time I came on. I guess you mean 2012, Matthew? I found you in 2015, 2013 for me. Yeah, I don't know who my old. It's hard to say. I think one of them I know has been here from the beginning is Beetle Vinyl '85. Marvin, he watched me back then. But yeah, it's going to be 12 years in May that I've been doing this. 12 years. Yeah, time does go by very quickly. Everybody knows that as you get older, the older you get, the faster the time feels to go by. However, I will definitely say that being retired goes triple fast. So, if you're an older person, when I say older, if you're in your 40s or 50s or 60s, 40s or later, and you think time's going fast now, and you're not retired, wait till you retire. Okay, you're gonna find that speed triples or quadruples. So yeah, that's one of the things in life. I love how the new Godzilla movie has new music in it. I mean, new music in it. The old music is in it. The class, the classic Godzilla um, music from the original and from some of the sequels. Hello, Penny Lane. You're in my ears and in my eyes. Thanks for joining us today. Yeah, the Three Stooges shorts. If you want to see them in 3D, you have to buy the collection. It has the glasses with it. True. Stephen Schnee says some people started watching in 2012. I've only been watching since 5:45 a.m. Yeah, there's another retiree. He says time flies by for me. Absolutely, it's crazy, crazy. Time just zips on by, folks. I have no interest in colorized Three Stooges. Nope, none at all. Mm-mm. I know Doc Dacus is very big on that. Doc Dacus loves colorized Stooges. Not me. Nope. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, folks, hanging around a little longer. Hanging around a little longer here today. No, the most maybe 20 minutes, or maybe less. Now, in the case of a hard day's night, well, here's the thing too. I'm not generally a fan of colorizing. If they released a colorized version of a hard day's night, would I buy it? That would depend how good it was done. I still believe that a black and white film pretty much should remain in black and white, you know. But I got to admit, if they could do a fantastic job where you couldn't even tell it was fake, I might want to check it out for curiosity. Let's put it that way. Yes, now there you go. Absolutely. What made you start the channel? I started the channel in 2012 because I got back into vinyl record collecting. I'd been out of vinyl records, hadn't bought vinyl records for 25 years, and suddenly the vinyl collecting bug hit me. And I came on here primarily to do a channel where I was going to show you all the records I'm buying. And, that's what people do. Hey, I bought this. Hey, look at that. And I still do that. Not as much as I used to, but I do that still. So there you go. Yes, those 7 years from 63 or 64 to 70 seemed like a lifetime with the Beatles when I was a kid becoming a young teenager. Yeah, of course, when you're young, definitely, you could definitely say that time went slower and dragged more. I remember like an hour seemed like a long time. When I was a kid, an hour seemed like a long time. It's really not. I went to the Three Stooges museum a couple of times. Well, we all test you guys. Okay. Test. Oh, you say respect you guys. I meant. Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. Are you a good artist, drawing? Yes, I think I'm a pretty good artist. I think I have artistic ability. I think I'm fairly good at drawing. Yeah. Do you enjoy editing videos? Yes, I do enjoy editing videos very much. When all the materials are there. The hard part that I don't like, as I've said sometimes on occasion, is I don't like I don't know how to word this stuff. I'm not a tech guy, computer guy. I don't like having to take because usually all my video footage is here in the camera, a phone in the camera. Then I have to transfer it to my desktop. That's the part I hate. Sometimes you may have 20, 30, 40 pieces of film quote segments that you got to put on, drag over to your hard drive and upload them on there. That's what takes a long time. But once I get all the materials there, once it's all there, then I enjoy actually going ahead and doing the actual editing. It's fun, really. I have more to go. I've gotten rid of some vinyl. I have more to go, but I'm still buying vinyl too. So Penny Lane says, I don't like the way they colorize the black and white movies or shorts. You can tell it's not natural color with today's technology. Maybe they will color a film better one day. I've seen some of them that were actually pretty good. I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched. If you ever look up the colorized episode of talking about the Munsters, did you like the Munsters, Penny Lane? I know you're a Munsters fan. Did you like the way they did? I think it's My Fair Munster. I think it's called My Fair Munster. I think they colorized it, and it looks amazing to me. Yeah. Is that a threat? Is that a threat, Henry? You're threatening us? Nah, just kidding. Would you ever consider a series of re-showing all your vinyl magazines, DVDs, 45s, etc.? Would love to see all your Beatles vinyl. Yeah, I think eventually I am going to do that. I do, because I'm looking for material. After a while, you run out of material, so why not? Hey, here's all my 45s, here's my albums from different countries and all that. I do have to make a video. I keep putting it off. I have some Beatles Japanese imports to show you. Hi, John Alelo. I do not have any plans as of the moment for December 8th. Remember, John? No, I don't right now. You know, we'll see how it goes as it gets closer. It's 2 days away, actually. Huh, closer. It's 2 days away. You don't have an intro or add music to your videos? No, not really. There's been some problems in the past adding music to videos. I don't want to do that. My channel is mostly, it's not so much all that uh, pizzazz and, you know, I don't know what you call it, bells and whistles and glitz and all that. It's just, I'm here and I talk about what I talk about, you know. If you haven't seen that Monsters episode, look it up. My Fair Monster, colorized. What's the hardest part of doing videos? I don't think there is a hard part. I mean, that's interesting because you're asking me a question, which is a good question, but I don't think there's anything, I don't think there's anything I can think of. Well, right now the hardest part of doing, I guess I have something, but this is just exclusive to me because of where I live. When I make videos, I got a train outside this window, as you know or may not know, that goes by every periodically, and sometimes right in the middle of a sensitive part of a video or a quiet part, it goes by, and then I got the people upstairs making noise. I got them flushing the toilet, and stuff like that. So that's the hardest part right now, and hopefully that's going to change one day. You know. People ask me this question alone, and why I don't have an answer, I don't know. I honestly think if you see my avatar where I'm holding up Atlantic Records Spyglass and a copy of Ringo's Rotogravure album, that's a rare thing. I don't think I've seen that Atlantic Records item very often, but there's probably others too. Okay, I got to take a tour. Blah blah blah. In Virginia, I got to see the nitrate vault where all the Stooges shorts are stored. That's pretty cool. Yes, I got to say, Beetle Babe has an intro that I like as well. I like her little jingle that she's got there. It's perfect for her. Boom, boom, dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun. Yeah. What's my favorite horror movie soundtrack? My favorite movie soundtrack, horror movie soundtrack, and soundtrack in general, is 1971's The Omega Man with Charlton Heston. It's not really. It could be a horror movie. It's science fiction, really. But there you go. Yes, I met Denny Lane a couple of times. I got his autograph on three albums, three different albums. I've never had my photo taken with him though. I should have, but I didn't. What's my most treasured item? My McCartney autograph that I got. Okay. Have any of the Beatles signed your collectibles? Nope. Halloween and Saw both have great theme songs for horror. See, people like Beetle Babe's intro. It's funny because I usually skip through people's intros. I don't give a damn. But that one's just short enough and nice enough that I like it. It's catchy. Okay. Do I have a Ringo autograph? Yes, I do. It's right up there. You can't see it from here, but it's up here. The Stop and Smell the Roses, Stop and Smell the Roses album is autographed by Ringo. I got it off eBay many years ago, a very long time ago. Um, and it's authentic, I'm sure. Who would I like to meet on my bucket list? Well, Ringo, Paul, and Ringo. Paul and Ringo. I had Pete Best on my bucket list, but I got to meet him. I'd like to say hi and get a picture with Meryl Streep and an autograph. She's my favorite actress, I guess. If I met Ringo, would I ask for an autograph? I doubt it because Ringo warning you with peace and love, no autographs. I'd be very, very nervous around Ringo because he can really like just like diss you right there, you know, which is a shame for a guy that's running around with his fingers up all the time. Peace and love, peace and love. He'd be the first one to tell you where to go. Which is a shame. But true. How does Marv, Beetle Vinyl 85, have so much money for such rare items? We'll have to ask him, not me. I presume it's because he lives at home, but I could be wrong. But it helps if you live at home. But I don't know. And he worked. He's got a good job. I know. Is there anyone still around from the vinyl community on YouTube that you watched prior to starting your channel that is still around? Yeah, there's people that I watched. One of them is, I forget his name, Derek Vaughn. Derek Vaughn. Um, yeah, there's some other people too. Most of them that I watched at the beginning are not around. Actually, now that I think of it, I've only met Mickey Dolenz. That's the only one of the monkeys that I met. I had an opportunity. It's funny because I went to a horror movie convention. Well, it wasn't just horror movies; it's everything, music, movies, whatever. And anyway, Davy Jones was there, and I kind of just didn't have. I kind of looked at him. He was talking. He was busy, and I said, "I'll get him another time." Then he died. So let's see. Derek Vaughn is great. Will Julian Tor. Dixieland Farm. Oh, yeah, well, Chris from Dixieland Farm, but I don't know if he was one of the first ones. Yes, I'm aware of Sea of Tranquility. I only watch his. I'm not interested in too many of his music videos because he does mostly like heavy metal and stuff like that. But I do like the Monsters Den. He talks about movies once in a while. I watch that. Are you ever going to get married? Not sure if this is too personal. Well, you can never say never, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be never. I've been married. I was married once before, for 16 years, and after that experience, I just have no desire to do it again, and I'm okay with that, and so is Miss Mayo, very okay with that. I know there's one guy out there that's very not okay with that, and makes all kinds of unkind, nasty, religious, sinful comments about me, and he's not worth anything in my book. He's just human excrement. and he thinks he's the one that's getting to heaven, and I'm not, and most people are not, but he's getting there, even though he spends all his time judging, bashing, insulting people, and hating on people, and thinks that because you know he's not living with somebody, he's gonna get into heaven. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Okay, I don't think this is a serious question. This is not a serious question, is it? Come on, man. You know Beetle Brad's still around. Oh, of course Ringo was traumatized by that. Yes, Ringo's done interviews on that where you can tell he comes and says how upset he was about John, especially. I've never met Julian. I would like to, but I've never met him. Boom, boom. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'm thinking of Beetle Babe's intro. If I could get a quick, easy intro like that, sure. But it's a pain in the neck. I'd have to edit that into the beginning of all my videos, you know. The whole thing is that, as I said earlier, most of my videos, when I shoot videos for my channel, I shoot them right here on my phone. I put it up there and I shoot the video, right? So when I do that, it's right in here. In order for me to edit that intro, I'd have to upload my phone video to my desktop and then fly in the intro and edit it in. It's a little bit more. Basically I just upload from my phone. Boom, pop 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 pop. Upload to YouTube. That's it. I don't want to. I get to bypass the computer. Now a lot of people are going to say that there's ways of editing on the phone. I haven't been able to figure them out yet. But. I don't know when Beetle Babe will be back. I think she's still sick. She made two videos on her channel talking about herself being sick, about with COVID, and then I know that she put up a video to do with the new Band on the Run album, what her feelings on that. But I haven't really heard from her. I think she's laying low for a little bit. Um, yeah, the Band on the Run anniversary is going to be a two vinyl LP set or a two CD set. And it's going to have the original album on it, the U.S. version of the album, the U.S. version of the album that has Helen Wheels on it. So it's going to have all the tracks, and it's also going to have an extra disc that's going to have what they call underdubbed songs, and that's going to be, I guess, songs stripped down before they got the final treatment, I guess. And it's going to have some Polaroid photos, poster of Polaroids. Beatletti met the Three Stooges in person on stage you saw them on stage when they played Three Stooges Meet the Hercules. Very good. All right. Can you please go to that Monster Burger place with Anthony again? It was so funny. Yeah, that was a good video, but I don't know when I'm going to be eating those kind of burgers again. So, um, not for a bit. Let's see. I have the 93 colored red and blue. They sound great. Okay. Yes, we've heard that Norman Lear has passed. 101. No sadness there. A man who lives to 101. God bless him. No sadness. I mean, he was an old man, and once you're 100, the game's up. But he lived a long time. I wish they would include more studio banter in the box and the collector sets. Yeah, me too. Honestly, for sure. Does YouTube give you suggestions and tools and enough help for how to do things? If I ever need any help from YouTube, I usually do a search. I usually look for a tutorial. How do you do this? How do you do that? And YouTube, then a video will pop up. So most of the stuff I kind of already know, but if there's any questions or things I'd like to learn, I do that. Danny Ambrosi. I have not heard from Danny Ambrosi. Every once in a while, his wife pops on, which is always nice. But something must be up with Danny because he likes to watch and comment a lot, and he's oftentimes he'll come up on screen even. So, you know, I don't know. I hope he's all right. That's all I can say. I think his wife Robin has said that he's okay. I keep waiting to catch my girlfriend's cold. I keep waiting for it. She's been sick for, I don't know, over a week, and she's doing a lot better. She's doing a lot better. And she doesn't have COVID. She got two COVID tests, and then they were negative. Well, put it this way, she's doing much better now. And if she would have had COVID, I would have got it. Ooh. Anyway, everything's fine. Everything's fine. But the thing is, every once in a while, I think I'm feeling something in the throat or the nose. Yeah, Gary, who was on my movie channel a lot. I don't know what's up with him either. It's something again, something very strange to me about that. Because as I said, I'm not a person who's very secretive. So for me, when people are very secretive and they don't tell you things and you got to guess, I never understand that. I'm very open. Yeah, this is what's wrong. This is what's going on, folks. Pretty much for most things. I have some secrets too. I mean, but most things I just put it out there. But Gary, yeah, I don't know. I look at his his YouTube channel. He's not put videos on there. He hasn't. I mean, I don't know. He hasn't put a lot. I know he's still active because you can see him once in a while popping up on Facebook or something. But for the most part, he's kind of disappeared. I don't know what's going on. And Lynette caught my girlfriend's cold. Funny stuff. Funny stuff. I don't hear the rotary phone dialing. Maybe you hear. Maybe you're right. Danny Ambrosia said that he gets so obsessed with watching YouTube. Well, he did say that. He pulls back every so often. This is true. This is true. He has said that. Well, folks, I think I'm going to go now. Yeah. Thank you all for being here. This has been a great. I've enjoyed this chat very much. I hope you'll come back. I mean, am I going to continue to do this every day, every morning in my time? Um, well, I'll keep doing it till I get tired of doing it, until I do it less or whatever. But I do appreciate everybody that comes here. Look, some people look forward to this. They tell me there's some people I know who miss the live show of this, and then they wind up catching the replay. So thank you all. Thank you everybody. I'm reading the last comments. Good to see you all. Talk soon. Cheers.